Chapter 3. A Secret Revealed. Eliza stumbled forward, heart racing, every thought a blur. What just happened? Where am I? She spun on her heels, expecting to see the familiar hill, the village rooftops, the autumn sky, but instead, this was impossible. She stood in a room far too vast to ever fit inside the oak tree, as huge as it was. Her breath caught as her eyes darted around, drinking in every detail. Bookcases, tall and ancient, lined the walls, crammed with volumes whose spines shimmered faintly as though inked with starlight. Between them stood cabinets with glass doors, filled with curious artifacts. A small vial glowing softly with its own light. A tarnished compass that spun and spun without rest. A silver locket that seemed to hum a strange, haunting tune, like a voice just out of reach. The floor beneath her boots was polished oak, smooth as glass, warmed by a great silk rug embroidered with curling runes she did not recognize. Their shapes seemed to shift when she looked at them too long, twisting as though alive. Behind her, she heard the soft thump of paws. Bramble landed gracefully, tail high, amber eyes watchful. He moved past her as if this strange place were not strange at all, his flame-colored fur glowing warmly in the strange light. Eliza's thoughts tangled and tumbled, but one rose sharp and clear. This can't be real. Velvet pillows the size of armchairs lay scattered in inviting heaps, deep reds and purples that looked soft enough to swallow her whole. Eliza stared, too stunned to speak. The air smelled of paper and candle wax, of moss and wildflowers. Eliza's jaw dropped. Then, with a sudden rush of memory, indignation flared. "You pushed me!" she burst out, rounding on Bramble. "You actually pushed me through a tree!" Her voice echoed in the vast chamber, bouncing strangely from the bookcases. Bramble sat very calmly, tail wrapped neatly around his paws, whiskers twitching, a look of faint exasperation. "You'd have hesitated otherwise," he said in a smooth, deliberate tone that suggested centuries of experience. Eliza froze. Her eyes widened so far she thought they might pop right out of her head. You just talked," she squeaked, voice climbing higher. Bramble's whiskers twitched, his tone smooth and steady. "Yes, indeed I did. And you're making rather a lot of noise about it. Best calm down, Eliza Ashton." "Calm down?" Her hands flew up. "My cat just pushed me through a tree and is talking, and now I'm..." She spun again, pointing wildly at the towering shelves. "In some kind of magical library that shouldn't even fit inside an oak." "Exactly why you need to breathe," Bramble said firmly, padding closer. "Deep breaths, Eliza." "You'll see. I'm always right about these things, though most take some convincing. Trust me." But he stopped short as a door creaked open with a long, slow groan. Eliza hadn't noticed it before. A tiny wooden door set low into the wall between two cabinets. From it stepped the strangest figure she had ever seen. Barely half her height, the being's skin was the pale, weathered grey of silver birch bark, etched with lines like knots in a tree trunk. His eyes were large, the colour of polished walnut, owlish and old, yet bright with surprise. Hair spilled down to his shoulders, but it wasn't hair at all. It was a tumble of tiny oak leaves, each one tipped with autumn's fiery hues. "What's all this commotion?" the creature demanded in a voice like rustling leaves. He looked around, frowning. "The alarm rang. Emergency entrance used." Then he stopped, his gaze snapping to Eliza. For a heartbeat, both stood staring, equally astonished. The creature blinked, his bark-like skin creasing. "A human child?" he whispered, incredulous, then shook his head, eyes wide. "No, not a human child. It's the child." Eliza looked from him, to Bramble, to the glowing vial on the shelf, and back again. This isn't happening," she managed, her voice wobbling. "Eliza," Bramble began soothingly, "you need to..." "No," she interrupted, backing up toward the velvet cushions. No, this isn't... I can't..." Bramble stepped forward. "Eliza, you'll be all right," he said firmly. giving her a look that was simultaneously amused, patient, and rather grand. If I may be so bold, panicking rarely helps anyone, least of all humans. Bramble speaking again was the last straw for Eliza. Her eyes rolled back, her legs gave way, and she crumpled onto the nearest velvet cushion with a soft whump. The little creature blinked again, then looked down at Bramble in disbelief. "Well," he said slowly, "that could have gone better."